I'm sure you're happy to be here because this is a historic event. My name is Prince Kwame. I'll be your master of ceremony. And just as we do in our country, Ghana, in all things, we begin with a word of prayer. So indulge me as I invite the Director of Corporate Affairs, Reverend Ernest Asiedu, with an opening prayer.
Please let's pray. Father, we honor you and bless you for today. We thank you for our lives. Thank you for this country. Thank you for the vision of His Excellency, the President. Thank you for this occasion. We ask for wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. We ask for your blessings upon all that we will do. And in the end, your name will be glorified. And this country will move forward in the right direction. This we ask in the name of your Son, Christ Jesus. Amen.
So we'll move straight into introduction of our very esteemed guest and also the GoldBod team and Deputy CEO for Ghana GoldBod, Mr. Richard Onupepo, will help us.
Thank you very much. Good morning to everyone. On the GoldBod side, we have our CEO, in the person of Mr. Samuel Jemfi, our board chair, Mr. Kojo Fin, to my left. To my right, a lady who needs no introduction, Ejewa Bru. We have Honorable Yusuf Suleiman, MP for Boli and Deputy Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, representing the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources. Next to him is Honorable Shaibu Muhammad, MP for Daboya and a member of the GoldBod. Next to him is Mr. Efa Esuahini, Chairman of the Bullion Traders, Chamber of Bullion Traders, and a member of our board. Next to Honorable Efa is Nana Ama Emisa III, the Paramount Queen Mother of Mankesim Traditional Area and a member of our board. We have other directors of the GoldBod also with us here. We may not be able to introduce all of them, but the people you see behind us are all directors of the various units of the Ghana GoldBod. So on our side, and myself, Richard Onupepo, Deputy CEO. So you're most welcome. So we've also been joined by Dr. Ken Ashibe, the CEO of the Chamber of Mines. Thank you.
Okay, so from Ghana GoldBod, we move on to GoldCoast Refinery, and it's a pleasure. With a round of applause, please let's welcome Mr. Emmanuel Mensah, who is the Chief Finance Officer, to help us with the introduction.
Thank you very much, Mr. MC. Thank you. I'm pleased to introduce the team from GoldCoast Refinery. And so, to the extreme right, on the left side of the Chief Executive of GoldBod, we have Dr. Saeed Duras. He's the Group Chairman of the Eurojet Group and the CEO of GoldCoast Refinery. Next to him is the Ambassador of Egypt, and he is Mr. Wael Fati, His Excellency the Ambassador of Egypt. And we have Mr. Dean Subramanian. He's the Chief Executive of Refinery. Next to him is Mr. Imad Duras. He's an Executive Director of GoldCoast Refinery. And we have Mr. Ihab Duras, an Executive Director of GoldCoast Refinery. Next to him is Mr. Ignatius Baba. He is the Group Head of Administration of the Eurojet Group and from GoldCoast Refinery. We have Mr. Samuel Norte, a consultant to GoldCoast Refinery. Then we have, to my left, Mr. Edward Gash. He's the Chief Executive of Energy Resources and a board member of GoldCoast Refinery. We also do have Mr. Kalubi, Mohammed Kalubi. He's a board member of GoldCoast Refinery. This I forget, Madam Nesrin is the commercial consulate of the Egyptian Embassy. We do have also from RAND, Mr. Jason McPherson, and Mr. Jason is the head of sourcing and business development. And we do have Rosalind Chiga, is the marketing representative of Refinery in West Africa. We do have the executive director of First Rand Bank, which is the branch of Rand Merchant Bank in Ghana, Madam Ovia Inkum. And we have Mr. Kwame Barnier, the head of advisory of KPMG. KPMG is an advisory to GoldCoast Refinery. And we also do have Mr. Francis Adiasani, he is the company secretary of GoldCoast Refinery. Thank you very much. My name is Emmanuel Osei Efri-Mensah. Thank you.
So now we set the ball rolling as we quickly move to the CEO of Ghana GoldBod, Mr. Sami Jemfi, as he gives us his remarks.
Your Excellency, the Ambassador of Egypt, the Chair of the Governing Board of the Ghana GoldBod, esteemed members of the Governing Board of the Ghana GoldBod, CEO and Chairman, GoldCoast Refinery, CEO of the only LBMA accredited refinery in Africa, Rand Refinery, esteemed guests, distinguished ladies and gentlemen of the media, directors and staff, the Ghana GoldBod. Good morning to you all. I didn't hear you. Good morning to you all.
Morning.
Yes, today is a great day because a few minutes we will be executing groundbreaking and landmark agreement that will change the face of the management of our gold resources, particularly in relation to value addition. But before we do that, permit me to give a little background to what we have all gathered here to do this morning. Ladies and gentlemen, when His Excellency appointed me sometime in January of 2025 to head the then PMMC, now Ghana GoldBod, his instructions were very clear. One of the key things he instructed us to do was to ensure that we move Ghana away from extraction to full value optimization through value addition. So under his instructions and the direction of my minister, Honorable Kaysil Afufosen, would have loved to be here, couldn't make it due to circumstances beyond his control. We visited GoldCoast Refinery on the 9th of April 2025. And when we went to GoldCoast Refinery, we were shocked at what we discovered. We found out that Ghana has the largest gold refinery in the sub-region. That is GoldCoast Refinery. Sadly, this refinery was being underutilized and was operating far below its operational capacity. The state of affairs that I witnessed firsthand was very troubling. And so we reported back to the president and the board of the GoldBod, and we commenced discussions with the refinery about how we can get the refinery to work. But it didn't make sense to us as government that we will have such critical assets in our country, and yet 99.9% of all the gold we export out of our country, whether it is small-scale gold or large-scale gold, exported in its raw form. And so we commenced discussions with the refinery, and my governing board, led by my able board chair, Mr. Kojo Fin, has supported me every step of the way. I thought you would clap to that. Yeah. So started off by commencing some technical consultancy to assess the operational readiness and capacity of the refinery. And that led to certain recommendations being made to the refinery to improve the operational capacity and enhance their capacity to be able to deliver quality services to the government of Ghana. The refinery, I can confirm, is implementing all the recommendations we made. We then commenced the drafting of an agreement between us and Gold Coast Refinery, which agreement has gone through rigorous scrutiny by the governing board of the GoldBod and our sector minister. Now, this agreement, which we'll be signing a few moments from now, is going to ensure that up to 1 metric ton of gold, in other words, up to 1,000 kilograms of gold that is exported by the Ghana GoldBod, will be refined here in Ghana at Gold Coast Refinery every single week. And we hope to ramp this up through a gradual phased approach and ensure that we are able to achieve total local refining of all the gold we export out of the country. Let me say that Gold Coast Refinery has been very cooperative. They have not relented despite the challenges. It's a refinery that was commissioned in November of 2016, has gone through several challenges since then. But I think that with where we have gotten to now, it's important to commend them for their persistence and their determination. They have not given up on their Ghana project. And what is even more exciting about this occasion and the agreement we are about to sign is the coming on board, or let me say the bringing on board of Rand Refinery by Gold Coast Refinery. As I've already indicated, Rand Refinery is the only LBMA accredited refinery in the whole of Africa. And it is our hope that by coming on board, bring their expertise, experience to bear to enhance the technical capacity, management capacity of Gold Coast Refinery and help us not only refine our gold locally, but also to achieve an LBMA accredited refinery here in Ghana. The coming on board of Rand Refinery signals one thing. That is, we are not only interested as a government to refine our gold locally here in Ghana, but we are interested to refine that gold in a sustainable manner that promotes traceability and that ensures that every gold that we feed Gold Coast Refinery or refining is responsibly mined and responsibly sourced in line with the OECD and LBMA guidelines. Ghana GoldBod is very committed to this. And our soon to be launched track and trace system will make the verification of this very, very easy. Now, as I've already indicated, what this agreement means is that up to 1 ton of gold that is exported by GoldBod every week will not be exported in its raw form, but will be refined to minimum purity of 99.5%. In fact, it is refreshing to know that Gold Coast Refinery has a capacity to even deliver 3 nines and 4 nines and 5 nines. So they can give us 999 and the best standard, of gold purity for exports. Another exciting thing about this agreement is that every bar of gold that will be refined by Gold Coast Refinery and exported will bear a hallmark that will have Gold Coast Refinery, Ghana GoldBod, Ghana Standards Authority, and the Bank of Ghana's emblems. That is also very, very refreshing. And even more exciting is the fact that we are not some strangers who are going to be refining our gold at Gold Coast Refinery. But we are part and parcel of that refinery. In fact, that refinery is also ours. What do I mean by that? The CEO, chairman, and I say the board of the Gold Coast Refinery has been gracious enough to give the Republic of Ghana a free carried interest of 15% in Gold Coast Refinery. And the Ghana GoldBod is proud to hold that free carried interest of 15% for and on behalf of the Republic of Ghana. And this is the certificate that has been issued to us as evidence of this 15% free carried interest. Now, it is our hope, we as government, we are leading by example. So this 1 metric ton of gold we are hoping to refine every week effective 1st of February 2026 is gold that we buy, we own, and we control. And we don't want to stop there. We want to work with a man in the heart, the CEO of the Chamber of Mines. For those of you who don't know, the Chamber of Mines is the official body that represents large-scale mining firms in this country. We want to work with them to ensure that we don't stop at the local refining of ASM gold, but we also rope in large-scale gold. So, sir, we'll be hearing from you shortly, and I know that you're already on the same page with us. The excuses from our big brothers in the large-scale sector must stop. We must start from somewhere. They cannot continue to refine their gold in refineries in Europe while refineries in Ghana continue to suffer. We need to do this. And the reason why it's important for us to do this, the benefits of this agreement we are signing today are numerous. For the general benefits and the low-hanging fruits, you know already what this agreement means is that the millions of dollars we pay as refining charges to refineries in Dubai, India, Switzerland, Hong Kong, and other foreign countries will now stay in our banking sector. That money will now stay in our economy. We will not be paying that to refineries outside. What this agreement also means is that we are creating more direct and indirect jobs, particularly because Gold Coast Refinery has committed to operating 24/7 in line with government's 24-hour economy policy. Again, this agreement means higher tax revenue for the people of Ghana and potential revenue in the form of dividends due to our 15% free carried interest. But more importantly, there are certain key benefits that are worth sharing. One of the challenges that has plagued our nation is the issue of purity losses and the undervaluation of gold exports from Ghana. A lot of people don't know that all the gold we export from Ghana, as a country, we do not yet have the capacity to determine its true value. Because what the Gold Board as the national assayer does to determine the purity of the gold is simply SRF assay. SRF assay cannot accurately determine the value of gold. And that is what we do to the small scale gold we export and the large scale gold we export. And how do we know the value? We have to wait for the off-takers buying the small scale gold and the large scale mining companies exporting the large scale gold to go to refineries outside our country, refine the gold, determine the purity, and now come and tell us as a sovereign currency, country, that your gold purity is X or Y, and that this is the value. We don't have the means of determining that. And this agreement is going to put a stop to that. Because at Gold Coast Refinery, we'll be doing fire assay, the golden standard of assay before and after refining, and we can determine the accurate purity and, for that matter, value of our gold. We wouldn't have to rely on refineries outside our country to determine that. Again, when you export gold in its raw form and you do your SRF assay, the purity sometimes for Ghana gold, 92%, 91%, 93%. When the gold eventually gets to the destination country and fire assay is done, most often than not, the purity figure is always lower than what we record here. So that leads to huge losses. And when you look at volumes of gold we're exporting, that is millions and millions of Ghana cedis that we lose as a result of that. That issue of historical purity losses will also be a thing of the past. Now, we will also be able to accurately determine the silver content of the gold we export, and we can possibly retain that silver here. We can choose to sell the silver or retain it here for purposes of fabrication. All the jewelers in Ghana and those involved in the fabrication industry and now have access to adequate silver and refined gold to make quality jewelry and other forms of gold and silver ornaments. And finally, this agreement we are signing has made formalization of ASM and traceability an urgent imperative, because without that, I'm sure we cannot count on the continued support of Refinery. They cannot be involved in anything that does not promote traceability, sustainability. So these are many more are the benefits of the agreements we are signing today. So, Mr. Chair, Your Excellency, CEOs, esteemed members of the board, we want to reaffirm our commitment to this agreement. This agreement will not be ideas on paper, just ideas on paper, but we are committed to translating these ideas into action. And we can assure you that effective 1st February, you'll be getting a minimum of a ton of gold every week. And subject to your capacity, we hope to even increase that. So I want to conclude by thanking His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Ghana, a nation builder, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, under whose vision this is being done, and the Sector Minister, our governing board, who have supported us every step of the way for us to achieve this landmark, feat. Thank you very much for your attention.
On that note, we can now hear from the CEO of Gold Coast Refinery, Dr. Saeed Diraz, as he acknowledges what has been said already. Thank you, sir.
Chairman. Chairman of the board of GoldBod, Your Excellency, the Ambassador of the Republic of Egypt in Ghana, Ambassador Wael Fathi, Honorable Chief Executive Officer Sami Jimfi of Ghana GoldBod, distinguished CEOs, directors of the various institutions, Chief Executive of Chamber of Mining, and the Chief Executive of the Refinery, members of media and the press, ladies and gentlemen. We first thank Allah for making this ceremony a reality, and further, thank you for finding time out of your busy schedule to be present indeed. It's a great honor for us to mark this important partnership between the Ghana Gold Board and the GoldCoast Refinery Limited in today's ceremony. Permit me to begin my speech with some bold and important statement delivered by His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, the President of the Republic of Ghana, just last year. I quote, "The world is changing and Africa is rising. Our continent is rich not only in resources but also in talent. Ghana is leading this change by taking real steps toward economic independence, greater control over its natural resources." Honorable Chief Executive, we share the views that, guided by the bold statement and the vision of His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama, and the supported initiative such as the 24-hour economy framework, the establishment of the Ghana Gold Board, Ghana is advancing towards self-reliant nation, a strong, confident, and less dependent on it. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, our journey began with simple but ambitious goal to build world-class gold refinery in Accra to serve Ghana and the sub-region. We confidently say that our journey was born from the vision of His Excellency during his first term as the President of the Republic of Ghana. The GoldCoast Refinery was completed and commissioned by him in November 2016. As Honorable CEO of GoldBod explained and gave idea before in his speech. However, various circumstances ended its operations. But today, the ceremony will immediately change the narrative. GoldCoast Refinery is modern, fully equipped facility that meets international standard. It has the capacity to process up to 100 metric ton of gold per year. 99.5, 999, 99.99, and 999.99. We hold the necessary licenses to refine gold from ethical and responsible sources, including those approved by the Ghana Gold Board. GoldCoast Refinery proudly holds the first Responsible Jewelry Council (RGC) certification in Ghana, as well as ISO certifications, including ISO for our laboratory and the certification from the Ghana Standard Authority. We are also actively pursuing London Bullion Market Association accreditation through our fully partner Rand Refinery. Our services including, but are not limited to, assaying and product verification, smelting and refining, bar casting, secure vaulting service and delivery, ethical sourcing and compliance checks, and the RGC certification, and the Gold Board rules and regulation, logistic support, and customer service. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we are proud to announce that we have successfully concluded a technical, operational, and commercial arrangement with Rand Refinery of South Africa, the only LPMA accredited refinery in Africa. And in this occasion, I would like to welcome the CEO of Rand Refinery and his team who attended the ceremony. This partnership will result in a significant presence of Rand Refinery in Ghana and will greatly accelerate our journey toward establishing the first LPMA accreditation refinery in Ghana, together with the Ministry of Finance and the Ghana Gold Board. We believe that Ghana will win. Very soon, we will hear about Ghana Good Delivery. Honorable Minister of Finance, we also supported, beside Honorable Chief Executive Officer of GoldBod, supported us to reach to this moment, to sign this agreement, to work together. And with the refining agreement, GoldCoast Refinery will receive raw gold from the Ghana Gold Port and refined to pure bullion before export. This value addition will not only increase export earning and values, but create employment and advance the industrialization agenda in line with the President's vision for growth and development. We are very proud to play our part in this vision. GoldCoast Refinery and our partner Land Refinery are fully committed to this partnership with the Ghana Gold Board. We will work closely with the Gold Board to deliver strong and measurable results. We hope that our success will serve as a model for the sub-region and beyond. In conclusion, I extend my deepest gratitude to His Excellency President John Mahama for the opportunity to add value to Ghana Gold, and also thank the Honorable Chief Executive Officer of Ghana Gold Board and the members of Gold Board for the support which continually and reached today to sign this agreement. Thank you very much. Thank you. May God bless Ghana. God bless all.
Thank you. Round of applause once again. This is a historic day, very important day. We can now hear from the CEO of Refinery, Mr. Dean Sabramanian. Mr. Dean Sabramanian.
Good morning, Honorable. Good morning, colleagues of the media, and all protocols being observed. I think this is a monumentous occasion that we all sit here and we share with great pride, and especially being a full refinery within the continent of Africa, we are able to support. So what is Refinery? Like you've heard many times, Refinery is the only LBMA refinery on the continent of Africa. Today, we stand ready to support the aspirations of the government of Ghana for local refining. That is only possible through our partnership with GCR, together with the Gold Board, to assist and enable and support sourcing of LBMA good delivery, responsible material within that ecosystem. And I think that's an imperative. And everything I've heard from the colleagues that spoke before me resonate with Refinery. It resonates with our ethos, especially what the CEO of the Gold Board has mentioned: local refining, sustainability, responsibly sourced gold. This, to me, is not about achieving a destination. It is a journey that we all are going to walk together. I think we all share the common goal, and that common goal is sometime in future to achieve LBMA accreditation for a local refinery in Ghana. And like I say, it would not be possible today and going ahead in future if we all do not collaborate and work together. I think that is one of the most important things that we all need to strive to. And today is just the start of our journey. There's lots of work ahead of us. Believe me, the journey to achieve LBMA, if it was easy, everyone would have an LBMA refinery tomorrow. It's not an easy journey. And therefore the commitment I see with all the individuals in this room together is absolutely important. for that journey and how we collaborate and how we work together. So on behalf of Rand Refinery, its board, its colleagues, its shareholders, we are proud to be part of this monumentous and auspicious occasion. Thank you.
Thank you. Very well. As we proceed now to our next speaker, we move straight to the representing the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources is the Deputy Minister, Honorable Sulemana, as we hear from him on this very important occasion. Please, a round of applause.
Let me start on existing protocol to make a few comments on behalf of my Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, Honorable Emmanuel Amakofibua, who would have loved to be here in person, as other official assignments have taken him out of this country. First of all, let me, on behalf of our ministry, thank the government of Ghana, thank the president, we thank the board of GoldBod, and of course the CEO for this effort. It hasn't been easy, but today they have made it possible. We want to commit ourselves to say that whatever it will take for the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources to play its role to ensure that this journey that we have started today brings the fruits that we all desire to achieve. And so once again, I want to also thank our investors for the confidence they've had in this country and that they are coming in with this huge investment. We want to assure them that your investments will really bear the fruits that you've envisaged for which you are making this investment. We want to thank all of you and to also assure you that Ghana is a destination that you can do business and do it without any fear. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Sulemana. You see, the Deputy Minister for Lands and Natural Resources. We can now move to Mr. Ken Ashigbe, CEO of the Chamber of Mines. Round of applause once again. The ever passionate Ken Ashigbe. Director would gather all of this media at his contract signing. Yes. I was just saying that only a communication director who will be able to gather all of this media at a signing ceremony. But let me join Honorable Deputy Minister to congratulate the CEO and the board of the GoldBod for this momentous occasion. This is definitely a major thing that has to be done. This begin, and as colleague said, this is the beginning of the journey. We also would want to commend the governor and the board of the Bank of Ghana, for who the GoldBod works, making sure that this happens. For us as the chamber, we are committed to refining gold in Ghana, something that we are committed to. And this commitment is not just in talk. The Rand Refinery will tell you that the chamber has engaged them. The Gold Coast Refinery will tell you that we've been there. We also were at the Royal Refinery as well to look at that. And the solution that we thought that we required to ensure that LBMA accreditation happens in Ghana is this journey that we have begun today. Believe that definitely if the gold that GoldBod was getting into other refineries that were not LBMA accredited, then we could use that gold to get the stock that would enable the GoldCoast refinery and other refineries in Ghana to be able to start the process. And the partnership with the Rand Refinery is the solution for it. Because you could do a two-stage at the beginning, and then with time, with the agreement that have been signed, we will be able to do this in this country. So I think this is a major step that we have taken in our country, and I believe that our forebears will be happy with us that this has started. This is the beginning, and we are committed to ensuring that this happens, this is entrenched in this country, and we begin to see gold that is stamped with Ghana on it. So this is definitely a major thing to happen. And we are committed in working together with the GoldBod, with the Bank of Ghana, with all the refineries in Ghana, Gold Coast Refinery and Rand, to ensure that this really stays. And by the time we get to the point where the volumes that the GoldBod CEO is talking about get delivered, because of the systems that are in place already, the LBMA accreditation definitely is going to happen once we go through that process. Once that happens, you're going to begin to see the large gold mines also refining their gold also in this country. So thank you very much. This is a process that has begun. Let's all be committed to it, and let's all make sure that this works. Thank you very much. So we move on now to the ambassador of the Republic of Egypt in Ghana. And this is simply because Gold Coast Refinery is also from the Republic of Egypt. And as you heard the CEO passionately, put it, they are very, very passionate about investing in the country. We can now hear from His Excellency Wahil Fatih, the ambassador of the Republic of Egypt in Ghana. Round of applause.
Very good morning. His Excellency, the CEO of GoldBod, a dear friend and the brother, the CEO of GoldCoast Refinery. Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, I am very sorry for being late today. Although I woke up at 6 a.m., but I was doing two main achievements. One of them was trying to organize an event between Egypt and Ghana on the sideline of Davos, tomorrow and after tomorrow, as a sign of South-South cooperation and the cooperation between both countries. This is a very important event to be shown up during the couple of hours between the two presidents. Egypt recently joined the initiative of His Excellency President John Mahama of Accra Recep. The other thing I was trying to accelerate is 300 buses are coming from Egypt to Ghana to enhance the transportation here in our dear sister country. So today I'm very lucky to have three main achievements. Third one is to attend such important event and the agreement between Ghana GoldBod and Gold Coast Refinery. Actually, I'm very proud to be here today, mainly because of this. We consider him Ghanaian more than Egypt. All of us are believing in this country. All of us are believing of the African ownership, African resources, African capability. I'm coming from a country considered the cradle of civilization. Another country considered cradle of Pan-Africanism and the land of gold. I'm not technical to talk about how to refine and the 4 nines or 5 nines, but actually just talking from my heart, that I'm really very proud to attend this achievement in the both sides. We believe that under the presidency of His Excellency John Mahama, his brother, President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi, Egypt and Ghana will be far away from the other countries, not only in Africa, in the whole world. Ghana, most stable. Ghana is a peaceful country. For that reason, we are pushing the private sector from Egypt to come and invest here in Ghana. We have more than 30 Egyptian companies are investing in this country. I'm a newcomer to Ghana, just 4 months. During the last 4 months, we achieved a lot. Bring several companies, bring several investments. We are doing a great job to facilitate business to business and people to people relationship. And we are very sure that together we will succeed. We are building our historical relationship in both countries. We are sharing history, geography, same value. All the best to Ghana, GoldBod, and my dear friend, Dr. Saeed, GoldCoast Refinery. We will achieve the best for both countries. Long live Egypt, long live Ghana, and all the best to all of you, dear friends. Thank you very much.
Hello, our friends from the media, are you there? Yes, we had planned to do a Q&A at this stage, but I can see from your faces that you don't have questions for us. You're very excited. So we will give the last word to our board chairman. Today is not a day for long speeches, and once he's done, we'll proceed to sign the agreements and exchange it. Thank you.
Okay. Very good morning. Media, morning. Very good morning. Today, our first president married. We are all aware that matter is open doors and very happy. As has been said already, the benefits of this agreement are enormous for us. Why? Because the door that is being exported by us is going to be refined over here by Ghanaians. There will be value addition by here, more employment, right? That open the doors. So we are going to supply you about tons of every year, all along, so that operating capacity was low. Now that we are giving you the raw materials, that you open doors and employ more hands. And also need with you, open the technical department or technical university, those who are in for orientation. And the benefit that will come through are enormous. More and more as exports are concerned, and then the proceeds from the export. We are very, very happy to have you here. We are prepared. Let us very, very happy and congratulate Sami Jemfi. Because within a very short time, able to put together in the collaboration between Refinery and the GoldBod. And also, let us all pray that what we are witnessing today us, it will be put in action, not just on paper. Let's see results. The first rollout of the billion with our mark, GoldBod, Bank of Ghana, scholars now come visit and test what has been saying today. We thank you very much for the 50% that has been allocated for that matter, Ghana.
So we're proceeding now with the signing, but just want to say a quick welcome and a round of applause for Honorable Kwaku Reketegan, the Deputy Majority Leader, Ghana's Parliament. Honorable, you're welcome. And we're proceeding now to the signing, and this is history in the making. So the CEO of Ghana GoldBod will sign. He'll sign first. And after which we'll move to GoldCoast Refinery. So history now being made. Ladies and gentlemen, we are moving into value addition. More value means greater exploits for Ghana. And this is a collaboration between the Republic of Egypt and the Republic of Ghana. More jobs as we move to the next stage of GoldBod's mandate. Traceability, value addition, and that is the reason many experts have said that this is a game changer. Lower exchange rates, snowball effect being that the price of goods and services will further drop, excitement in our pockets, and Ghana will once again breathe and shine like the black star it is. Round of applause. So this is being witnessed by the board chair of Ghana GoldBod, Mr. Kojo Finn, as they append their signature. And just as man walked on moon for the first time, we are walking into the next level and showcasing Ghana to the world and living purpose God mandated. You can be clapping. Your applause will mean more wins for Ghana and more snowball effects, being the fact that we'll be producing quality jewelries. And this will be an end to that adventure we all do when we travel to other countries to buy jewelries. Value addition, quality jewelries, traceability. This is it. Lower exchange rates, lower prices of goods and services on the market. So once again, round of applause. Three. And history has been made. Right after this, we'll do the exchange and then the photo ops. So witnessed by the board chair, the two CEOs will do the exchange as the pictures are taken. Round of applause. Fantastic. So now we start with the photo ops. The CEO. Deputy Minister for Lands, Honorable Marietta, the ever-passionate Ken Ashibay, Honorable Kokureke Tegan,
He's here, he's here.
Very well. This will be for the history. Round of applause. All right. Colleagues, please wait for a while. Media.
So, our distinguished friends from the media, on behalf of the Ghana GoldBod, we want to thank you very much for coming. We are grateful. Your numbers here is a testament of the collaboration we've enjoyed with you all these years. Our media team will be with you soon. So if you have any questions that you couldn't ask, you can ask them. And they will do a quick summary of everything that was discussed here for you in the Akan language for purposes of the Akan station here. And we'll make sure that we see you properly before you leave. I know you know what that means. Thank you very much. This one go live. Go live.